10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard. Whether it's the beat of the mic, 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Welcome to The Way It Is with Mike Scott. I'm your host. Every week we will be on Friday from 7 to 7:30 p.m. You can also find us on YouTube. This is going to be a political call-in show. We will have a different topic every week and maybe sometimes more than one. This show, however, we're going to allow you to call in on any political subject you would like to discuss this evening. We think that we will pick a topic of great importance every week. On this show, we feel that this country is at the crossroads and that there have been some attacks on personal freedom, such as gun control. And as a nation, we are on the verge of losing some of our personal liberty, such as the Fairness Doctrine, which happens to do with free speech in the media, and a host of other issues. One major issue that we feel very strongly about is political correctness. What is wrong with speaking your mind and having an opinion on a subject? Nowadays, it seems that if you have a subject that you feel strongly about, you're supposed to keep it to yourself. On this show, however, we would like you to share it with us, and if I feel that the issue is totally stupid or you're a moron or way off base, I'll let you know. Trevor, can you bring up our logo with the phone number on it? We picked the elephant and the donkey for a very good reason. We feel that both parties are totally out of touch with mainstream America. The Republican Party has no leadership at this point and is just totally circulating the drain and has brought nothing to the table in a long, long time. And the Democratic Party, however, has gone way to the left. The Republican Party, which I happen to have more in common with, is totally lost. And as I tend to be more conservative, I am very unhappy with the way the country has been going. And with the Democrats also, they've gone so far to the left, common sense has totally gone out the window, and they don't seem to be communicating anything other than loss of freedom and liberty and higher taxes and things like that, high deficits, uncontrolled borders, more gun control, less freedom of speech and things like that. Also, both parties are very hypocritical with the way they do things. They say that they want to protect the borders, and then 10 seconds later, they don't do anything about it, and it's just a tax and spend on both sides. We would like to see the parties get back to where they should be and secure our borders, not just the southern border, but the northern border also. It's very stupid to just secure one border and leave one wide open where any terrorist could come into the border. They know that we've tightened the southern border and have left the northern border at this point pretty much totally open where any terrorist with any bad motive could get into our country. This week, we thought we would talk about Michael Vick, the notorious football player that just got released from prison for dogfighting. The guy is a total dirtbag and idiot and should be nowhere near the NFL again, and quite frankly, has no relevance with the NFL, and they should not let him back. He wants to come back and feels that he should be allowed to come back, but we don't think he should be. What do you think? We at this show call him Michael Dick instead of Michael Vick due to his gross mistreatment of animals and some of the other things he's done. He has a long, lengthy criminal record. Why the NFL would even entertain bringing a guy like him back makes no sense to me when there are a lot of other good quarterbacks, probably a lot better than him at this point, and we look forward to them making a decision and not reinstating him into the NFL. Tonight, if you would like to call in, you can do so now. Our phone number is, they'll bring it on the screen, is 720-222-0158. Feel free to call in. I'll take your calls. We do not take names. We do not screen phone calls. We put you live on the air, and I guess we have a caller calling in right now. Hello.
Hello there.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I called when you first flashed the number, before you mentioned that you were talking about Michael Vick, I don't really get what that has to do with politics.
With
You
politics.
guys are doing this show.
Well, what it has to do with politics is it's been a very big political move in the country. Some people for putting him back in, some people for keeping him out. We feel that although it may not be a total political issue, it does have to do with a moral issue. This guy's making a lot of money doing things such as kids look up to this guy as a hero. He's definitely not. We don't think he should be back as a football player. Is there a political issue you would like to bring up this evening?
Well, no, I mean, just generally, I was going to talk to you about your perspective of the, if you say you're a little more conservative and more of the surplus situation, and if you approve of the Obama surplus or if you approved of the Bush surplus payments before that.
Well, what are you talking about surplus? I don't know that there's any surplus. I know that there's been massive spending, but I don't know that we have a surplus right now. I know we're doing a lot of borrowing, but what surplus are you referring to?
The stimulus, not the surplus.
Okay, so you're talking about the stimulus. Okay, the stimulus, some of it I do like, some of it I don't. I'll tell you what I like. The banking system and everything is in a big mess right now. They do need to pump some money in. Where I do get a little mad with the surplus is the money that's been put into Acorn and some of the other stuff. That drives me absolutely insane. But as far as putting money, as far as the surplus goes, some of it I am for. Too much of it, no, I am not. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about? Hello? I guess he's gone. So, the surplus issue is a very important issue. I do feel, though, that we did take way too much of a surplus and that debt will be passed on to our kids, our grandkids, and we are going to get in a heck of a mess with hyperinflation in the near future, possibly. It's a gamble, basically, what they're doing with this surplus. If it works out perfectly, we'll be okay. If not, we could be in a big, big mess in a very short amount of time. Do we have any other callers right now? Yes, we do. Hello.
Hello. Mike, I totally agree. I totally agree with what you're saying, man.
Thank you.
This whole thing about Mike Vick is just totally way out of proportion.
Yes, it is. I don't like Michael Vick, and I do not think he should be back in football again.
Definitely. I mean, what kind of person is going to act like that and then all of a sudden want America to love him again?
Exactly.
Just
I agree with
because
you.
he's popular.
You know, the other thing about Michael Vick is he's gone bankrupt. He's had numerous felonies and all this other stuff filed against him. I do not think he should be back in any capacity in the NFL. And I hope he goes away and doesn't come back. That's my opinion. What else did you want to talk about?
No, that's it, man. That's totally what I was going for. I just wanted to know that people like us, hardworking Americans, if we do something wrong, we're in trouble.
Absolutely. You don't have the money to get out of it.
That's right. See, I personally, run a male enhancement company. So anything.
Can I ask you a question about your male enhancement company? Do you use your lips or your hands? I mean, what kind of stupid call is this calling in about a male enhancement company? This is a serious program. You call in with that crap and try to bring it on the air, and we're here. This is a serious show, trying to get stuff done. You made a lot of sense until you brought up that stupid thing about male enhancement. How ugly are you? I bet you at your male enhancement facility, you've got blisters all over your lips and your hands from doing the things that you do. I mean, can you believe this idiot is calling us in with a stupid subject like that, male enhancement? He made a lot of sense until he started talking about Vic. Until he started talking about male enhancement. He was fine on the Vic thing, and then he goes off the deep end. We got these lunatic idiots that call in and try to push this crap on the air. I guess I have another caller. Go ahead.